Got 3 more drinks to try today. One of them is not on Amazon, sadly, but I'll be having quite a few drinks in that case that aren't. I'll do that at the end. Maybe I'll end the Amazon stream at that point. We'll see. But I'm gonna go over these 3 different drinks, look at their ingredients, and pour them out. Show them and try them out. It's pretty much the process. So it's pretty fun. Let's put that into emote mode. And then I'll check the comments on each one to see if anyone said anything. So the first one, FLRT, Strawberry Fling Vibrant Energy. Then we've got Just Iced Tea Raspberry Tea. And then the last one, they've been sitting for a while because it takes me a while to get set up. So they're really dripping water. Original Chunks Peach. And this is Gulf. What are they called? Gulf Union Foods. It's made in Saudi Arabia. But sadly, I was not able to find this one on Amazon. So, yeah. Let's start with iced tea. This is a good one to start with. All right. Take a look at this Just Iced Tea Raspberry Tea. Nice black topper to the can. That's cool. Look at the nutrition facts. Contains less than 1% juice, 40 calories, 5 milligrams of sodium, 11 grams of total carbohydrates. Of that, 11 grams of total sugars, and then there's 10 grams of added sugars. And we've got organic brewed tea, organic raspberry leaves, organic cane sugar, organic raspberry flavor, organic raspberry juice concentrate, malic acid, citric acid, and they say fair trade certified. This has 47 milligrams of caffeine. I'm going to be very caffeinated with these 2 drinks. Wipe this off a little bit before we do the close-up. There it is. Just sweet enough, just iced tea, raspberry tea. USDA organic fair trade certified. Where the size is, here we go. 12 fluid ounce, 355 milliliters. Nutrition facts: contains less than 1% juice, 40 calories, 5 milligrams of sodium, 11 total sugars. And then we've got the ingredients: organic brewed tea, which is filtered water, organic black tea leaves, organic raspberry leaves, organic cane sugar, organic raspberry flavor, organic raspberry juice concentrate, malic acid, citric acid, and that's it. So things of note here. It's pretty good looking ingredients. The malic acid and the citric acid are a mix of adding some sourness and such to it, but it also stabilizes the drink for like shelf stable purposes, from what I understand. So that's kind of why that's in there. And they've got some marketing on the side. Shake well. Refrigerate after opening. Yeah, that's nice. So not really much else to the can. Oh, right. 47 milligrams of caffeine per can. Tea is usually much less than coffee or an energy drink. You get that black topper to the can, black tab. It's pretty cool. Well, you can see that some of the paint's coming off on the edge. So there's that. Let's pop it open. I do that because I don't want to get too close to my microphone with the loud noises. You can already smell it. That should be good. So there it is. Pretty simple ingredients wise, and I mean that's reflected in the tea. So clearly it's a strong enough brew that it's decently dark. That looks nice. Could even do a zoom in here. Yeah. Looks very good. I would consider tea my favorite drink, so looking forward to this one. Specifically iced tea. I don't like hot drinks really. Yeah, it does have somewhat of a berry smell to it. It's not really strong smelling, but yeah. Anyways, let's try this just iced tea raspberry tea out. The tea is noticeable. That's always a good sign. The raspberry flavor is a bit muted. No surprise. There isn't a ton of sweetness to it, but it's enough that you don't get a lot of the bitterness of tea. It's pretty refreshing. I think this would be nice in a glass with ice. Obviously, I mean, flavor wise, it doesn't have a really strong flavor, so you will water it down with the ice, but I think it'll still work. Yeah. Surprisingly, there's not much of a sourness to it. The malic acid and citric acid must be very minimal in here because I'm not noticing them. I think that's good because sometimes tea drinks, canned tea drinks, they put too much citric acid in them or even phosphoric acid, which is worse. And that pretty much just controls the whole flavor and taste and ruins the drink for me. So this one's not bad. I think it works well with how much of that they add to it. Yeah. Let's try it from the can here. So for the raspberry, it feels a little watered down. I don't know if that helps or makes sense. It is noticeable. It says contains less than 1% juice. I kind of wish they would put a little bit more in there to whoops, to make the flavor snap a little bit. But even so, it's noticeable. I think it's pleasant. Raspberry, I do think goes well with tea. So that's a pretty good combo. Let me drink it again. Trying to give a fair assessment. Oh, I forgot to shake it. I mean, I've moved it around quite a bit. Maybe that's part of the lack of flavor. Yeah. I really like it. I think it's pleasant. It's very refreshing flavor wise. The raspberry isn't super strong flavor wise. So just don't go into this thinking that you're going to get a burst of berry flavor with the tea. And just in general, this is not going to be super sweet tasting. So if you're used to very sweet drinks, you'll be like, eh. But I think it's a fair amount. It's a reasonable amount to me. I don't really want to go and drink super sweet stuff all the time. So this is a nice alternative. 40 calories for the can is very reasonable. Yeah, I think this is a good one. It's very pleasant, very nice. I like it. If you like tea, iced tea, check it out. That was the Just Iced Tea Raspberry Tea. That was nice. I'm gonna rinse this cup out real quick, a little bit. I got 3 drinks, 2 cups. Any comments, questions, anything? No. I don't usually get any comments on this stuff. Oh. All right. Next. This one's going to be more intense, probably. So, wipes the condensation off, too. Here we go. Take a look at this FLRT Strawberry Fling Vibrant Energy Drink. Quite the branding on it. And it's a cute little can design. Intense sounding name, but yeah. 0% juice, 10 calories, 280 milligrams of sodium, 12% of your daily value in a canned drink. Let's see. Erythritol, 2 grams. That's a sugar alternative. It has vitamin A, niacin, which is B3, B12, pantothenic acid, which is B5, chromium, vitamin C, B6, B7, and zinc. So quite a few vitamins in here, in minerals. Ingredients: carbonated water, erythritol, which is the sweetener, citric acid for pH control, sodium citrate, natural flavors, caffeine, PANX, ginseng extract, sucralose, which is another low-calorie sweetener, sugar alternative, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, so a lot of those beta carotene for color, vegetable juice for color, the vitamins, green tea extract, guarana extract. Oh, here's a one I've never seen. HYALURONIC acid, sodium salt. I don't know what that is. Yeah, let's see. GUAYUSA extract. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. And it's 200 milligrams of caffeine. That is going to be a strawberry fling for sure with the caffeine. There it is. FLRT, FLRT. 0 sugar. Strawberry Fling Vibrant Energy. 12 fluid ounce, 355 milliliters. We got the nutrition facts: 0% juice, 280 milligrams of sodium, which is 12% of your daily value. That's quite a bit for a drink. And then one of the low-calorie sweetener sugar alternatives. Do your research on this stuff. It has some mixed research. The erythritol. Then we got the vitamins and minerals. We got A, B3, B12, pantothenic acid, chromium, vitamin C, B6, B7, and zinc of various percents. Those are your daily values, whatever. Those are defined by the FDA or whatever government organization defines these. I'm not sure which one. And then we've got the ingredients: carbonated water, erythritol, citric acid for pH control, sodium citrate, natural flavors, caffeine, ginseng extract, sucralose, which is another low-calorie sweetener, sugar alternative, vitamin C, zinc, some of the other vitamins, beta carotene for color. It's nice to see that they're using a natural color source. Vegetable juice for color. And then we've got the green tea extract, guarana, this acid, sodium salt. I'm not sure what that is. Then we've also got the GUAY USA extract. That's in some energy drinks like this one. Yeah. So a lot going on. And then it's 200 milligrams of caffeine for this 12 ounce. So we got a lot of caffeine in here, plus the guarana and everything else. So it's a lot. Well, there's some marketing info on the side. Anyways, let's pop this open. Oh, the topper is pretty cool. It's kind of a white color. The silver tab. It's hard for me to show on the camera here. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. I think I'll use this one here. There it is. It does have vegetable juice and beta carotene for color. It's kind of a opaque, very, very slight pink, I guess. But to me, I guess maybe more of a peachy color. But mostly just opaque white almost to it. See a little bit of the carbonation, but it looks kind of minimal. Yeah. Let's see what it smells like. Yeah, it does have a strawberry smell for sure. There's no actual strawberry, 0% juice. So it's all their flavorings and stuff. Let's see. It says flavor plus vibrant strawberry fling vibrant energy flavor plus other natural flavors. Okay. Yeah. Looks interesting. All right, again, this is the FLRT strawberry fling. Yeah. The carbonation is still noticeable. It does have that uh, strawberry flavor, not natural strawberry, but strawberry flavor to it. And after drinking it, I feel like I noticed the sodium like on my mouth, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not really super noticeable to me. The 280 milligrams of sodium in here. It doesn't seem to affect the flavor very much. There's some tanginess and sourness, which I think kind of counteracts the salt in here, or the sodium, I should say. So I'm kind of surprised that the sodium isn't more noticeable. Because I've had drinks like this that kind of get overtaken by that much sodium in them. So it's kind of impressive that they managed to not have it like that. Maybe slight bitterness. There's that tartness to it, strawberry flavor, a little bit of the carbonation. I think it tastes pretty nice. Let me try it from the can. Yeah. The whole flavor profile here, I think, is solid. Tastes nice to me. Obviously, personal preference. I'm still surprised how the sodium doesn't really factor into it too much, but maybe it's enhancing the flavor rather than being a detriment. A lot of caffeine in here, 200 milligrams. Has a bunch of the other stuff as well. Uh, they have medical claims on here. I can't really say that stuff on Amazon and such when I'm talking about it, but I guess I could show it on screen. The camera will focus. So we got a little asterisk there. Yeah. I guess it's kind of a disclaimer of sorts. Not really sure what the point is of that. Maybe it's meant for exercise and workouts. Let's look at this again here. Okay, this is supposed to be like a text conversation as a marketing tool. Uh, yeah, there are more medical claims. Interesting. 100% vegetarian. Okay. I guess if some drinks might have collagen or something in them, those are often a animal source. So maybe that's why they say that. Okay, my throat is starting to get dry drinking this. It's harder for me to talk. So that's not great. I don't know if it's the sodium or something else in here. Like the back of my throat getting kind of odd. Yeah. And on the tongue, I guess I do notice some of that sodium. Or maybe it's the vitamins or something. But yeah, it has a bunch of vitamins and minerals in here, in addition to all the caffeine and the energy drink components. So there is a lot going on here. I wouldn't drink this too often, but I think it tastes nice flavor wise. Again, it has a good amount of sodium in here, which feels like a bit much for most drinks. But other than that, I would consider trying this again, or maybe using it as a pre workout or something. I think it could be interesting for that, maybe. But it does have the erythritol stuff, which I'm not a huge fan of, the sweetener, as well as sucralose. I'm also not a big fan of that sweetener either. But, uh, it's low calories, so it kind of goes with the territory. Yeah, other than that, kind of interesting. Maybe worth checking out. It was the FLRT Flirt Strawberry Fling. Vibrant Energy. All right. Here's my little bonus entry. Sadly, these are not on Amazon as far as I can tell. Yeah. So, no, any questions, comments? Nothing. I think Amazon shadow banned my stream because of the name of this drink. I wouldn't be surprised because it doesn't look like it had any views on there except for one. Anyways, next. Take a look at this Original Chunks peach drink. This is from the company Gulf Union Foods in Saudi Arabia. Let's take a look at the info here. It says made from juice concentrate with added sugar. We've got 8.11 fluid ounce, 240 milliliters. Servings per container, 2.4. Okay, this is going to be difficult to understand here. It says 52 calories. Calories. I would assume just regular calories. So 52 times 2.4 will get you the can amount. So that'd be 100 and maybe around 150 calories for this can. And then the total sugars would be 13 times 2.4. So 26, 20, like 30 something calories. And then 12 milligrams of sodium times 2.4. Yeah. Then for the ingredients, we've got water, peach puree, and dices, sucrose, acidity regulator, citric acid, thickeners, E466 and E415, nature identical peach flavor, beta carotene for color, antioxidant E300, TSS 13%, juice content 20%. Okay. So we'll do a close up. There's the name of it. This is original, I think. Oh. Yeah. So it's got a translation on one side, original chunks, and that's their language, original chunks. There's the stuff down there. If we look at it in English, peach fruit drink with real fruit chunks. So if you want to learn this language here, you can kind of compare it. I mean, who knows what the pronunciation is, but that's cool. No preservatives, no preservatives, no artificial colors. Where's the size here? I think it was 8. Well, anyways. Made from juice concentrate with added sugars. We've got water, peach puree, and dices, sucrose, acidity regular, citric acid, thickeners, peach flavor, beta carotene for color, antioxidant for like shelf stable purposes, and then juice content 20%. The size here is 8.11 fluid ounce, 240 milliliters. So this is pretty high calorie. As we can see, 2.4 servings per can. of a 8.11 fluid ounce drink. And then the servings, so 52 calories times 2.4. And then the sugar content, which is 13 calories or 13 grams times 2.4. So quite a bit here in this little can. Yeah. Very cool though. Here we go. Let's pop it open. I'm gonna shake this one a little bit. Because it's supposed to have chunks of peach in here. Oops. Whoa. Kind of burst it a little bit. I think I got most of it. Here it is. So you can clearly see some of the peach. It has beta carotene for color. So that's why it's so yellow. I'm fine with that. Very interesting looking. Trying to move it around a little bit. Yeah. See what it smells like. It smells like peach. It's not really a strong smell. It does have 20% juice and obviously the actual peach pieces. So, again, this is the Gulf, what is it? Gulf Union Foods Original Chunks Peach Drink. Very peachy. The peach pieces are soft. It's very flavorful. Definitely tastes like peach, no surprise. It is a little thick as a drink. They do add, let me see what they said here. Thickeners E466 and E415. So whatever those are, it does add a thickness to the drink. Yeah, I think this is on the level of fruit juice with the amount of sweetness. It's not quite as sweet as you would imagine if you just ground up a peach into a drink. There is a little bit of bitterness to it, which I think kind of helps. And hold on. Yeah, it's interesting because it does taste pretty sweet to me, and like in some ways too sweet, but also it doesn't. If that makes any sense at all. It's going to be 100 and I don't know math. I'm not good at brain math. So 52 calories times 2.4, 130 something calories for the can, maybe. Or I could just calculate it on the computer. But for 8 point something, 8.11 fluid ounce can, that is it's concentrated calories. But I think it's fun. It's nice. It tastes good. It's very vibrant looking, which is with the beta carotene for color. It's got the pieces of actual fruit in there. If you like pieces of fruit in a drink, which, that's kind of a textural thing. So some people will not like that at all, but I'm fine with it. I think this would be an interesting one for making your own type of like boba-esque drinks, specialty drinks that you can assemble from different stuff to do it at home or whatever. You could probably use something like this and just get a uh, similar feel to it. I don't know, but yeah, I think it tastes pretty good. It's interesting, and it definitely has a lot of juice in it, which is nice to see, and not anything too off or odd with the ingredients as far as I can tell. I don't know what the specific numbers are for the thickeners because it's like it's E466, E415, and then there's E300 antioxidant, which is just to keep it shelf stable and all that. But other than that, it looks interesting. It tastes good. Relatively high calorie count, but also actual juice and actual fruit in it. So that was the original Chunks Peach from Gulf Union Foods. Sadly, not on Amazon though. So, as far as I can tell, maybe I should start trying to sell drinks. Anyways, I'm gonna sign out of Amazon. There's that. Oh, it didn't take. There's that. And then YouTube. Any comments? Anything on YouTube before I sign out? No? Interesting mix of drinks today. I've got some other Saudi Arabia drinks. I think 2 from there. There's a local supermarket that opened up, and the guys are from that region, I think, originally. So it's cool that they've brought the interesting thing is these guys they I don't know if they started with taco stands, but they've been popular with taco stands in the area or like taco trucks. And they have taco restaurants now. And yeah, so they're from this region though, I think, rather than Mexico or something. Although their theme, I mean, I guess I could just show it. Their theme and stuff is a mix. Let's see. Might as well show it. See if I can find one of their websites or something. OLIV tacos. OLIVO taco. Now they've got a supermarket that opened a day or 2 ago. Let's see. Switch to here. So this is their taco place. I can see the 2 guys here. Little icon. Yeah, these guys. Okay. So it's a kind of a fusion type thing. think I've had their taco truck tacos once or twice. They seem pretty good. Oops. Let me see. Let me find the supermarket thing. Okay, they have a deli market. This is not the place that I went, but they've got this thing. They're very entrepreneurial. Let me see if I can find a website for their other one. We've got their story. Hmm. Oh, it's not market. This one's so new that yeah, this might be it. No. Yeah, it's so new that it's hard for me to find the website. Looks like yeah, I was in the area and I went past and I'm always on the lookout for drinks and stuff now. But apparently that was the day that they opened is when I went past and was like, "Hey, it looks like it's open. I might as well check it out." They had a lot of interesting tea and such, but there were no prices at the time on the shelf, so I didn't buy any. I've got a lot of tea though at the moment that I need to brew before I spend more money on that stuff. Let's see. There's a I don't know if they have a website for this thing yet. Because I keep getting the other place. Anyways, it's pretty cool to see. I mean, there's various other international type supermarkets in the area that I've checked out occasionally. But it's cool to see their own take on it. Okay, here's a Rock River Current. I think this is it. That was in June. Yeah. So this is the place. This is clearly before they opened. Yeah, this is the one. So these are the guys. Okay. Yeah, these two guys. So clearly they have some way to connect and offer Saudi Arabia products. I mean, it's a mix there, but those are the ones that looked interesting to me. And I went for the stuff that was more reasonably priced. So I think this one might have been one of the more expensive ones, but it was under $1.50. It's probably like $1.40 or $1.30. So that's that. There's an older article. There might be a newer article in here. These guys are definitely very entrepreneurial in the area. I don't know how this is sorted. They're doing this too. Man. Yeah, anyways, that's that. That's where I got it. So I'm going to sign out of my YouTube one and then go over to my Scotty Photon one to finish the edits on this. It's getting late. It's hopefully I spelled it right. But yeah, I'll sign out of here. There's that.